So I thought I'd steam up the Manning Wardle to do some injector tests because on Friday night just gone I finished the cones for 3 18-ounce injectors. Now these are 2 of the other ones I made on Friday night, and this is the 3rd. And over here is the injector that I made, another injector I made a while ago that is usually fitted to this engine that I've taken off just so I can do my test. Now, it's not ideal doing this at night, but when you've got little ones and they need to go to bed, and you need to do it without them interfering, this is what you do. So, currently the engine is about to blow off. It's got a full glass of water, so I just need to get it to lose some water, which is doing so now, as you can see. Wait for that steam gauge, the water gauge to come down. It's still got a full glass. Safety valve. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll turn the blower back up. And as you can see, the pressure gauge is sitting maybe 80 pounds. We'll try this injector, hey? It's an 18-ounce injector. Feeding there with the water trimmed back. And if we cut the water off and then open it again and fiddle with the water, it seems like it wants to lift. Bit of overflow dribble there as the pressure comes down. There we go, feeding dry now with a little bit of fiddle. So the gap between the steam cone and the combining cone might be a bit excessive. You can hear it's feeding, and you can hear the tone of the, oh, there we go, it's about to cut out because the boiler's full of water. I'll just turn that off now. And here is injector 2. I've got the water on. I'll turn the steam on. And trim. This one looks like it's a bit finicky. Open the steam up a bit more. It is feeding, it's a bit splashy. The delivery cone might need opening out a bit. But it does lift, so it does feed. It is lifting and it is feeding, so that's good. When I interrupt the steam line, or the water line, should I say. So that one's a little bit sloppy. We might see if we can open out the cone on that one. Okay, so I've just put on number 3 and I haven't tried it yet. Just trying it now. Oh, look at that. Spot on, first time. And feeding dry. I'll just interrupt the water feed. And it's turn it back on, and it's lifting. So that's really good, and I'm really pleased with that. And you can hear that the water is going in. What I might do with the one that didn't work is I'll just try and open out that cone. You can see this injector is starting to feed in too much because there's water coming out of the blower. There's water pulse out here. Water pressure is dripping, going down, and we've got a full gauge glass. So I'm just going to open out this steam cone on the lathe. When I put a drill through it, it seemed like it was a little bit tight. And so the hole might have been undersized, which would explain why water was coming out delivery. So we'll just open this out with a number 71 drill. I'm only taking a tiny amount off. As you could hear, the steam engine's blowing off in the background, so I better get a move on. Okay, so this is after opening out that hole. I'll just try it on steam. And I'll trim the water down and see if it makes a difference. A little bit better. Might need to open it out another size again. Just want to feed. It's a bit splashy. So that may very well be that the cones aren't concentric perhaps. But I will try and open that hole out one more size and see if it makes a difference, because often that is the trick is required. But it is feeding now, so that's good. And it's got a little bit of overflow, but we'll try one more size. Here we're gonna go. We're gonna have a go now with opening it out to number 70. A bit finicky. The water's trimmed right back, and it's still overflowing, so it may very well be another issue, like the ball not seated on in the injector. Also, I should point out that the boiler is still full of water, so I might need to wait a little bit longer for the water level to go down. So I can't help myself. I've come back to that injector that was giving me trouble, and I have adjusted how far the steam cone goes into the combining cone. It's a bit hard to see here, but I'm firing on charcoal, and the sparks at night are pretty spectacular. There's the grate under there glowing pretty hot. Just waiting for the water level to come down a little bit before I try this injector one more time. Flowing off. And just waiting for that water to come down. Water coming out the chimney, see? Wait for that to drop a bit. Turn the blower off for a tick. I'll turn it down. Okay, so the water level's dropped. Try this injector one more time. Water on, steam on, water's on full. That's much better. There's still a bit of a dribble, but certainly, yeah, look at that. It's feeding fairly dry, which is good. We'll see if it lifts. It looks like it still lifts. Just, it's got to trim the water back right back. Yeah, so trim the water right back. It's feeding quite good. I'm just fiddling with the water valve to see where it goes. Yeah, so that water valve is almost throttled completely. You can hear the boiler's full again. It fills very quickly. So the whole point of making injectors is a bit of a challenge. I've been doing it for a little while, off and on. Every few months or so I'll have another go just to make sure I can still do it. It's quite rewarding making your own injectors, and it's also a bit of a model engineering challenge. You can do things that you couldn't just do by just buying them. Certainly by making your own injectors, it really does make you help us appreciate the people that do make them for a living, and just how much time goes into making sure every single one is satisfactory. Obviously, machining them and making them in a home workshop is a little bit different to making them on a production line, and because I only do them every so many months, you know, it's hardly worth getting into major production. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. I enjoy testing them, and it's good to be able to troubleshoot them and try and improve them, especially when they don't work first go. I find it quite rewarding to find one that doesn't work at the start and be able to troubleshoot and go back through it. Anyway, that's it.